So frontline service sits at the core of the Year Here experience. Going frontline is something that we think is absolutely crucial to effective social leadership, and here's a few reasons why.
I used to work in the civil service, and there are plenty of really bright people who work in government thinking about how they solve social challenges, but one of the biggest problems I'd say there is very few people have actually got out of the building and understood what people's lives are like.
When I was a student, I spent a week in prison, and the deal was you spent a week on camp with them in Yorkshire, and then you spent a week in prison as an inmate. I didn't really expect what happened, but it was a whole bunch of folks that I hadn't really understood quite what a culture they had.
Working in a care home, I became more familiar with end of life, the process of dying, the possibility of madness and loneliness. I also became in some ways more afraid.
You nearly always find a way to connect with somebody. Human beings are human beings. It's just a matter of working out where the connection is.
In that fear was an opportunity for a kind of personal development that I think is different from the trite development that we talk about.
You meet a lot of people that care, a lot of people with experience, and a lot of people with talent. But you also meet some exhausted people and some people who've become habitual naysayers. People who will tell you this is the way things are done, it can't be done differently. But it can be done differently.
The fact that I'm unusual in caring about this tells me something that I probably wouldn't have got engaged unless I'd had that experience.
It's actually sometimes the solution's not clear, and you have to just confront the full scale of the problem and the importance of it.
We don't want to be overly idealistic about saying that's easy. You will have the legitimacy, because of your work on the front line, to be an innovator, to have a go at seeing a problem from a different angle.
If I talk to people who've been engaged in the social sector, if you look at the connection, it's nearly always a streak of passion that comes out of a personal experience.